It started with a single phone call. Ethan's voice on the other end was steady, but I could sense the weight in his words.
I lost my job today.
He said simply. My heart sank. The words hung in the air like a storm cloud, heavy and ominous. What happened? I asked gently, willing my voice to stay calm even as my mind raced. He explained the details, budget cuts, restructuring, things outside of his control. I listened carefully, my practical mind already leaping to solutions, but I could hear the frustration and uncertainty in his tone. Ethan, always confident and resourceful, sounded shaken in a way I'd never heard before. We'll get through this, I said firmly, trying to infuse my words with the certainty I felt he needed. You're talented, Ethan. This is just a setback, not the end. Over the next few days, I threw myself into action. My instinct was to create a plan, to find ways to stabilize our finances and provide the structure I knew we both needed. I reorganized our budget, combed through job boards, and even reached out to friends in my network for leads. But as the days stretched into weeks, the tension between us began to grow. Ethan, naturally optimistic and energetic, struggled with the sudden shift in his routine. He'd spend hours on job applications, only to face rejection or silence. I tried to be supportive, but my own fears crept in. Fears about our future, about whether we could weather this storm together. One evening, after yet another rejection email, Ethan's frustration boiled over.
I feel useless, Sam.
He said, his voice heavy with emotion.
I'm trying, but nothing seems to work, and I hate that this is affecting us.
I reached for his hand, my own emotions bubbling to the surface. You're not useless, I said, my voice breaking slightly. But we have to face this together. I can't do this alone, Ethan. I need you to let me in, to let me help. His shoulders sagged and he nodded.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to handle this.
That conversation marked a turning point. We began to communicate more openly, sharing our fears and frustrations instead of letting them fester. I learned to give Ethan space when he needed it, while he began to lean on me more for support. It wasn't easy. There were still moments of tension, of missteps and misunderstandings. But we found a rhythm, a way to navigate the uncertainty together. During that time, I leaned heavily on the things that grounded me. My garden became my refuge, a place where I could work through my emotions with the simple act of tending to plants. The steady rhythm of digging, planting, and watering reminded me of the importance of patience and care, lessons I tried to carry into my relationship with Ethan. One evening, as I was trimming the roses, Ethan joined me in the garden. He stood quietly for a moment, watching as I worked, before picking up a trowel and kneeling beside me.
Show me what to do,
he said. I smiled, handing him a pair of gloves. Together, we worked in silence, the tension between us easing with each shared task. It wasn't just about the garden. It was about reconnecting, finding strength in the small, quiet moments that reminded us of what we were building together. When Ethan finally found a new job, the relief was palpable. He was ecstatic, of course, but I could see the deeper sense of gratitude in his eyes. The experience had tested us in ways we hadn't anticipated, but it had also brought us closer, forcing us to confront our vulnerabilities and grow as a couple. That night, as we celebrated with takeout and a bottle of wine, Ethan raised his glass.
To us,
he said.
And to making it through the hard stuff.
I clinked my glass against his, a soft smile on my lips. To us, I echoed. In that moment, I felt a profound sense of pride, not just in Ethan, but in what we had accomplished together. We'd weathered the storm, and while I knew there would be more challenges ahead, I felt ready to face them hand in hand.